So my artistic journey into high school is really cringeworthy, and I have been having so much trouble trying to tell this story in a way that makes me feel okay about releasing it out into the world. So basically, I was ill-prepared for how competitive a high school music department can be. And I found myself in this music department that had a bunch of kids that were way better than me, and a music teacher that didn't really want to deal with anybody who was not at the top of the heap. And when I came out of my freshman year, I basically felt like I had no place in music whatsoever because I was not good enough and I just might as well quit. So basically, I just picked up a bunch of nasty beliefs that I don't even know if the teacher involved was intending to impart to me, but I made the choice to just drop out and actively resent anybody who was doing the thing that I wanted to be doing. Which, kids, is not the productive thing to do. If you've got a teacher who is discouraging you from trying something because you're not good enough at that thing, tell them to fuck off. But I made the unproductive choice and spent most of my high school miserable and not participating in the arts very much because I was seeking the approval of someone who honestly did not really matter. When that first music teacher left in my senior year, I got back into doing music and did all of my arts credits my senior year in music. There was still some of the underlying competitiveness that had sort of developed over the previous 3 years, but the teacher that replaced him was so much better at managing that and making sure that every student had a good experience when they walked through the music room door, instead of just the kids who were exceptionally good at it having a good experience. And the thing that really sucks is, still to this day, I still get hung up on feeling like I don't belong, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be trying this because I'm not perfect. And I know it's bullshit, and I know it's just your brain making excuses to resist the things that you want to do, but it's something I still struggle with, and I oftentimes am referencing that point of my life to justify this whole, no, you shouldn't do it because somebody might say it's shitty, so you should just not do that thing because that's scary. And that's just, it's not the way that you should handle it. It's terrible. It's awful. Also, somewhere in my junior year, I decided to pick up the guitar and took private guitar lessons for quite a while. I never got particularly proficient at it, but I can do pretty much all of the open chords. And as evidenced, I still sort of know how to play by that other video that there was the song thing in. Once I got out of high school, arts became both harder and easier, because when you're in school, there's still this kind of built-in community structure, and there are arts things that you can be doing and participating in, which makes it very easy and accessible to do that sort of thing if you're so inclined. When you're an adult, you sort of have to seek it out a little bit more. I think I did guitar until my second year of college. I'm not exactly sure on that. I know I dropped out of it because I had a boyfriend who did not seem to relish listening to me practice, and it made me very self-conscious about practicing around people because I don't do well with comments when I'm not good at things, because that tends to make me quit, so I quit. Are you seeing a pattern here? After I got out of college, I dabbled a little bit in songwriting and did a couple of open mic things. I took lessons for violin for a year. I took voice lessons for a year. I tried pole dancing. I moved to New York City. Then when I was here, I started trying to do burlesque dancing. And I've sorta, that words mouth thing. I sort of started trying to do storytelling. That's a new thing that I've been trying. At this point, it's like I feel very disjointed with my creativity. I want to be using it a lot, and sometimes I don't really know how, and I still am working on the whole, like, I have permission to do this, and it's totally okay, and you don't have to be super awesome at first. You can flop. It's great. Everybody loves that because that makes them think that they can get up there and do a much better job than you've done. So that's kind of my art story. The second half of it's just kind of sad because in a lot of ways I feel like I just sort of lost my voice. And it's been this crazy, difficult journey to try and get it back and feel okay with putting myself out there because I have this whole sort of bubble of protection I want to carry around myself. Love your faces and maybe see you tomorrow if I'm still doing this VEDA thing tomorrow. Ay, ay, ay.